Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another transfer video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash up the like, subscribe if you're new around here, and as always, leave your thoughts in the comments. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing Chelsea's interest in RB Leipzig attacking midfielder Javi Simmons, because there have been developments yesterday and overnight as well in regards to Chelsea's interest. Now, we were loosely linked with Simmons earlier in the window. Nothing really came of it, but now it seems to be a lot more concrete with Fabrizio Romano, Ben Jacobs and co getting involved. But the first real update on this come on Friday from a report from German publication Bild, saying that Xavi Simons prefers a move to the Premier League this summer. Simmons has brought in Ali Barat to help facilitate a move. Barat is expected to approach Chelsea. Now, this is key here, because Ali Barat is very close with Badal Eghbali. He played a big part in Moises Caicedo and Nicholas Jackson moving to Stamford Bridge. He's an agent that knows Chelsea very well. And if Chelsea do genuinely make an approach for Siemens, then that's going to stand us in very good stead. Now, Siemens only joined RB Leipzig on a permanent basis in January for 50 million euros from Paris Saint-Germain. And the French giants do obviously have a sell-on clause as well for the 21-year-old. Simmons obviously came through the academy at Barcelona, went to PSG, then spent time on loan at PSV Eindhoven, spent time on loan at Leipzig before making that move to Leipzig permanent. So we had that update from German publication Bild. Then it was followed on by an update from Fabrizio Romano, stating that Chelsea and Arsenal are among the clubs attentive to Xavi Simons' situation this summer. He's prepared to leave Leipzig, and Premier League's top clubs are informed. No bids or talks just yet. And then in terms of a price tag, Ben Jacobs has reported a potential figure which could maybe get a move for Xavi Simons done. Again, Jacobs confirming that Chelsea and Arsenal have Simmons on their radar. Leipzig have not had any approaches or bids yet. Leipzig paid 50 million euros plus 30 in bonuses, but not all add-ons will be triggered since leaving PSG. 65 million euros plus add-ons is understood to be a realistic ballpark. So we're looking at around 55 to 60 million pounds for Javi Simmons. Now, obviously, we know that Chelsea really like Morgan Rogers. We know that Chelsea in an ideal world would want Morgan Rogers. However, a deal for Rogers is going to be very difficult. Looking at 80 plus million pounds, going to be very hard to get him out of Aston Villa. And Javi Simmons represents a very interesting, cheaper alternative. 21 years of age, full Dutch international already. Remember, he scored that banger against England in the Euro 2024 semi-final. Got Champions League experience, got experience in Europe already with a number of clubs. Attacking midfielder who can also play on the left-hand side. So he's got that left wing, number 10 hybrid position, which we would potentially be looking to fill if a new attacker came in. And he represents a cheaper alternative to Morgan Rogers. I think he's someone that obviously ticks a lot of boxes for Clear Lake in terms of recruitment. If you look at his numbers as well, they've been put together here. Let me just bring them up now. For someone who of his age, his numbers are pretty good in a variety of different leagues. So in the 22-23 season, he got 19 goals and 8 assists in 34 appearances at PSV. So that's what, 28 GA in 34 appearances. His season on loan at Leipzig, again, 19 GA in 32 appearances. And last season, 17 GA in 25 appearances. You look at his numbers, and I know football is more than just numbers, but you look at someone like Xavi Simons and you see this guy is a creative demon. This guy posts very good numbers in terms of assists. He's also got an eye for goal. And he looks a player with immense quality, definitely ability to improve as well. A lot of potential to get to an even higher level. Still just 21 years of age. And those numbers are very, very impressive. And if you solely base the move on those numbers, you would probably say that that would be a gamble worth taking. It would be a calculated risk given the output that you've seen from him in 2 different leagues, in the Eredivisie and in the Bundesliga. He's also done it on the international stage as well for the Dutch team. Obviously, he hasn't scored as many goals as he has in club football. But again, 22 years of age, and he would bring a lot. He would bring a lot to this team. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about it at all that you would be getting a very, very good footballer. You know, he's got brilliant passing stats. If you look into his passing stats, you know, they are excellent. You know, he's got that versatility, which would be massively beneficial to Chelsea. We know how much Enzo Maresca likes a versatile attacker. He's very dynamic in possession. He's got a great ability to create chances, as referenced with his numbers there. He likes to operate between the defensive lines, and his skill set makes him an awkward customer to deal with when he's in possession of the football, you know, and he's very, very quick as well. He's very quick. And that injection of pace with Simmons that he brings could be very, very important for Chelsea. But yes, as I said, passing stats are excellent. His passing accuracy could do with a little bit more improvement. I think the stats that I was looking at were saying his passing accuracy is at around 83%. But he was one of only 3 players, guys, that started every single game they were selected for at Leipzig last season. So, you know, every time he was in the squad, he started. You know, he gets forward really well. He affects the play. He also puts in a very, very good defensive work rate as well, which should not be overlooked. That should not be overlooked as well. That's an important part of the game. He's an intelligent footballer as well. And you can understand why people would want him to come to Chelsea. You know, hasn't got a particularly bad discipline record either. He's the right age. He's got great temperament, great skill set. And yeah, Chelsea have got similar players. But if Nkunku moves on, along with Felix, and obviously Madueke is gone, there is space in the squad for another attacking style player. And Javi Simmons ticks those boxes. It's absolute nonsense to suggest that he's similar to Nkunku. He absolutely isn't similar to Nkunku. The only similarities really are they've both played for RB Leipzig in the Bundesliga, but they are very different. They are very different players. And this is a move that I could fully get behind. This is a move that I would very much be on board with. Yeah, of course, you'd love Morgan Rogers, but maybe Javi Simmons would represent better value for money, to be honest. And it could well be a better deal. Could well be a better deal for Chelsea in terms of that money. And I think for 56 to 60 million pounds, this would make sense. This would be a very, very good deal. This would be a great deal. So it'll be interesting to see how this one develops, because of course he's expected to leave Leipzig. Chelsea and Arsenal are interested. I'd fancy our chances over Arsenal on this one, given their relationship with Barat and given the fact that he's probably more likely to get more minutes at Chelsea than he would at Arsenal. It's a World Cup year. So yeah, this for me is exciting. This for me is ticking a lot of boxes, and I hope that maybe we get some sort of acceleration in this, and we do make a serious offer for Javi Simmons. But at the moment, it's just interesting. He wants to join the Premier League. We've got a good relationship with the agent. Let's wait and see what happens. But guys, let me know your thoughts on Javi Simmons. Do you think it'd be a good move for Chelsea? Would you like to see him come to Chelsea? So leave your thoughts in the comments. Smash up the like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you lot again in another one soon. Up the Chelsea, and I'm out. Peace.